I just remember that I'm supposed to be at work in an hour's time. Honestly, I feel like crying right now. So I've been recording for the past 30 minutes, only to play the video back, only to realize that there is no audio. Hi, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, welcome. My name is Dubie, and welcome to my first ever reading vlog. I don't know how this happened, but I woke up today and decided to start reading The Legend Born Cycle by Tracy Dion, mainly because I've been putting off reading the third book because I hate endings. I hate goodbyes. I want the things that I like to last forever. And sometimes it's not like that in real life, let's be honest. This is me finally deciding to reread the series and finish it this time. But I'm not sure I'm going to read all the three books in this one vlog. I'll probably read one book and one other book. I just remember that I'm supposed to be at work in an hour's time. So I'll catch you guys later. Reading chapter one reminded me of how much I like this book. I read it last year, and would you believe me if I told you that since I read it last year, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it? It is one of those books that has left an imprint of some sort on me. It looks like there is no dodging the sun right now because I have tried. I mean, look, like, just look. On the first night of school, Bill has an encounter with a very dark and mysterious Selwyn Kane, where she hears the words Merlin magic and Legendborn for the very first time. It is so strange for her because she's grieving, and when you are hurting, you tend to doubt yourself. You tend to think that you are seeing things now or that you are losing your sanity. After her encounter with Selwyn, Brie was ready to put seeing magic or seeing something sparkling, seeing something that is not normal behind her and just focusing on school. But then she is assigned a peer mentor because that night they went out, they got into trouble and ended up at the back seat of the sheriff's car. Hello, I am back. I feel like this reading vlog is taking forever because obviously life is getting in the way. The part where Brie calls her peer mentor a babysitter just cracks me up so much. Brie is ready to put seeing magic and everything that happened on that night behind her until she sees a monster again. Whilst with Nick, okay, we'll talk about Nick later, but she sees something sparkly like a monster. And instead of running away, she runs towards it. Brie gets injured and she's taken to the healer of the legend bonds. His name is William. Now, it's obvious that Brie can't ignore everything she has discovered magic and Merlins, hellhounds, monsters, and all of that. And the new memory she got about the night she was told that her mom had died. To her, there has to be some connection. So that's when she embarks on a journey to infiltrate the legend born. This is a retelling of Arthur, of King Arthur. So if you've ever watched Merlin, that popular TV show, God, it had me in such a chokehold. And for me to discover a book that is linked to it, it just made my day. I don't think I finished watching it. Maybe it is a sign to rewatch it again after I'm done with this series, of course. So far, I am really enjoying this book. I'm already more than 50% in, and I can tell you that it's a slow burn, but not the slowest of slow burns, but it's right up my alley, and it has themes of trials. So for you to qualify to be chosen by a scion, you need to pass the trials. And it also reminds me that I have never really watched the Hunger Games, and maybe this is my sign to do so. I have looked up the price of a Kindle, and right now it's too expensive for my pocket, so I just read on my phone. Between Brie being a part of the trials to training to trying to hide her injuries from her best friend, there's a lot going on. So at a point, I even forgot that this has a subplot of romance in it. I can tell you for a fact that I really love this book. It has the most unique magic system I've ever read in a book. I rated this book a 5 stars, and it was already looking like a 4.5 stars, but let me tell you, towards the end, I don't know what happened, but it quickly became a 5 stars to me. And the plot twist at the end, I never thought I would ever crash after reading a book, but this was the most satisfying one ever. Like, I didn't see it coming, like, you couldn't predict it. I After reading this book, I was just staring at the wall for hours. I don't know in what world that this makes sense, but I can tell you for a fact that 9 out of 10 times, yeah, that I would start reading a book in the middle of reading another book. And it makes zero sense. But watch me normalize it and justify it in real time. Hear me out. Legend Born is a tense fantasy. It is heavy because it talks about grief. This is what I did. I started reading a light-hearted book, and if you know, you know, it's a romance book. And the weird thing is, I didn't know that I had a 5 star book just sitting around waiting to be read. So the book I started reading whilst in the middle of reading Legend Born is The True Love Experiment by Christiana Lauren. I'll tell you what I was not expecting. I was not expecting to eat this book up the way I did. What is more unexpected than eating this book up is the fact that I have discovered a new favorite author. I'm only going to say this once. I'm going to tell you what I am going to do now. I'm going to look for every single book that this author has written, and I'm going to read all of it. And whether you want to or not, you may or may not get a reading vlog of me binging every single book from this author. And I may even make it a series that you didn't even ask for. So I just want you to know Felicity is a popular romance novelist. Okay, she has written about love, so we might as well say she has all the keys to the wagon. She's now at a point in her life where she's feeling uninspired, and it's obvious that she has lost her spark. She's dealing with the worst creative block ever. She has a deadline to finish writing a book. The only problem is she hasn't written anything. I mean, she can't even summon herself to write a really bad first draft. Connor Prince the Third. Yes, I know. His name should give you all the clues. Okay, he's an Englishman, and I love an Englishman. Connor is a single dad. He's a producer. He makes mainly documentaries about saving the earth, about taking care of the environment, and his job is everything to him because it gives him the opportunity to be close to his family, that is his ex-wife and his daughter Stevie. Yes, yes, I know what I said. Oh my god, everything is falling apart. I was like, what kind of name is that? Excuse me if I look a little naked on my face right now. I mean, it's okay to look like yourself sometimes. Connor is faced with a dilemma. The production company that he works in are going through something like a pivot. He is instructed to come up with a reality dating TV show. And we both know how much people love those because I, for once, haven't seen the Love Island all over my For You page on TikTok and Instagram. And for some reason, I have never really committed to watching it. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. The way Felicity and Connor meet for the very first time, it is so fresh and so new. So Felicity is at the restaurant with her best friend. Okay. And she turns around and she sees a really hot guy in a suit. And she looked at him and she's like, I don't feel anything. But for Connor, like all the sparks are flying. He's like, wow, she's so beautiful. For some reason, I find that I like it that way. I like it when the main male character and the main female character they meet, but not in like in your face, not in your love at first sight kind of thing. And maybe this might be my new favorite micro trope. Let me not sit here and lie to you. Halfway reading this book, I knew it was going to be a 5 stars. So I rated it a 5 stars. I am the type of person who gets bored very quickly. When I'm reading a story and then maybe half a paragraph or one paragraph, it it doesn't hold my attention anymore. I just lose interest in it. This happens to me a lot, especially when it comes to romance books. And I am so thrilled. I am so happy that I didn't experience it with this one. This book had me on my toes. Okay, it had me on my toes because I couldn't predict anything. And I'm really good when it comes to predicting how a story would go, especially with romance books. I didn't I didn't get it with this. If I had to describe it, this book, it made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me giggle. At some point, I was I was just finding myself in my room. And I like that. I like that when a book makes me feel that way. This is the easiest 5 star I have ever given any book. And I love how Connor is able to see Felicity for who she really is and not the carefree, wild woman she projects to her fans and everyone else. I'm probably going to read it again. Like I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm going to read this book again. So I guess we have come to the very end of this chaotic reading vlog. I guess I'll see you around hopefully soon. Let me know what you're reading. Comment it down below. Recommendations are always welcome. And I know my TBR is at this point longer than ever. And I'm also thinking about starting something. Like get I want to read most of the books on my TBR before we enter into a new year. I don't know. I mean, it might be fun. Uh, that will be all for now. I will see you in my next one. Bye.